Hello and welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me. So today I'm going to teach you how to plant some lettuce. Now, planting lettuce gives you a nice beautiful crop. There's many varieties, and if you do what's called succession planting, it can give you a bountiful harvest through a very long period of time. And if you don't know what succession planting is, it's basically this lettuce I planted two weeks ago. I'm gonna go ahead, show you, plant some more lettuce. So by the time this lettuce is done, I have a fresh new batch coming in that will just keep on feeding me and my family for a long time. Now lettuce, you can go ahead and plant in trays like this, or you can direct sow into the ground, whichever floats your boat. I typically put mine in a tray just for the fact that maybe I want to put them around my borders and not just my vegetable bed. I know what they are. Granted, I could direct sow them, but maybe I want to mix and match. And you know what? There's some new lettuces that I'm looking to try this year, or you may be looking to try. And if you don't remember the name, you might get it again next year and be like, it's disgusting. Why did I get this again? So that's my little take on it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to plant some lettuce. It's extremely simple. All right, everyone, I'm gonna show you how to direct sow, or what I would do if I was direct sowing. Now lettuce, most lettuces you don't have to plant deep at all. You just make a small channel with your finger, whichever direction you want. And what you're going to do, you're going to take your seed and just sprinkle it in this little channel that you made, and then just lightly cover it, just underneath the surface. Water it, and you should see some lettuce in a few days. That's how simple it is. And it's just as simple in a tray, but that's how simple it is right there on the ground. And if you're new to vegetable gardening, if you want to enjoy it, if you can keep it as close to the house as possible, I highly recommend it. All right, everyone, we're going to be sowing into a tray. I just use a good potting mix, whether it be my own compost. This one I'm using today is Coast of Maine. It's a great little potting mix if it's in your area. Barfard's a good one. They're out of Massachusetts. And there's a lot of good potting mixes out there, but you just see it. I'm just spreading it throughout all these cells here. Now this is a 97 cell tray. So I'm gonna have plenty of lettuce in this first batch and the second batch. Seeing that's warming up a little bit, I'll just leave this outside. I'm gonna be hardening off some of this lettuce. Like I said, there's many good lettuces out there. Take off this excess stuff here. It's a little wet. It was outside from the place I got it. And luckily there's moss here. I can just try to clean off my hands a little bit. But there's more varieties than this, but I have Butter Crunch, Black Seeded Simpson, Arugula, Waldman's Dark Green. Which one's this? Mini Romaine, Merveille de Quête Saison. Nice seed company here that's local, and Merlot. There's also good varieties out there like Tom Thumb. There's so many varieties to try. And that is the reason, like I said, I mark them. But let's give this Butter Crunch a try. Now, I could sprinkle it by hand, or you can do it just from the seed pack alone. And like I said, just put it right there on the surface. You can tell just a little bit on the surface. Quick, easy. just do a couple rows of each, and then I'll put it down here and I'll mark them after. Something that is extremely, extremely simple. And lettuce is so cheap. When you go to store this lettuce, after you cut it, you're gonna wanna take the outer leaves. That way it keeps pushing out those outer leaves. Just keep harvesting those, not the whole head, unless it is head lettuce. These are all like leaf lettuces. Look at that, nice little tap of everything. My finger, it's ready to rock and roll. Do a couple more here just to show you. I don't know if the camera angle is that great, but tap the pack a little bit. You notice I didn't dig any holes. I mean, you could make a little depression with your hand like I did, where I showed you how to self-sew them. Sprinkle it with your fingers, or you can just tap it out like I'm doing here. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this after, but for the sake of the video, all the seeds sprinkled out. It is surface sown just about, and all I'm gonna do is cover it up. Press it in a little bit. This is how simple it is. Now, if you can help it, plant your lettuce where it doesn't get too hot too quick, because what will happen is your lettuce will bolt. And what I mean by that is the lettuce is going to put up a flower stalk and just want to call it a day, grow some seeds for the next batch of lettuce. And you don't want to eat that lettuce that has bolted. I mean, you could. It's not going to kill you or anything, but it's going to taste extremely bitter. And honestly, it's just not very good. Now, when these grow, notice that there's a lot of seed here in each little one. I'm just going to go ahead, prick them out, give them a better chance to grow. You may want to try to keep them all. I suppose if you can save some of the root, you definitely could. I don't even have to water this, but that's how simple it is. And like I said, the reason I do this is just so I can know what I grew. I can put them around my borders, because guess what? Lettuce can be ornamental too. Well, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and finish planting up this tray. Taking this tray, put it underneath the hoop house so it can harden off a little bit. But lettuce is such a great plant because it's so easy to grow. You can use it as ornamental along your borders. It's edible. Now, I did mention something about storing your lettuce. Now, after you go ahead and harvest it, especially the leaf lettuce, go ahead, wash it underneath cold water, lay it out so it dries. You can pat it dry if you'd like. And to help it store a lot longer, go ahead, put it in a Ziploc bag, take a paper towel, throw it in there. What that paper towel will do is just suck up all that extra moisture and help preserve your lettuce that much longer so you can enjoy it over a much longer period of time. I hope you learned something, everyone, and until next time, bye-bye.